I just left the courtroom for the bond hearing for my son. Fact of the matter is his trial team has won a number of points in this case. We want to begin now with some breaking news. Rapper Lil Durk just reacted to his new release date by letting everyone know that he is not checking into productive custody because he's coming home. A PC. Hey, man. Hey, I respect your mind forever. PC. This is all happening because his lawyer, Drew Finling, submitted paperwork to have Lil Durk released on a house arrest, resulting in DJ Vlad saying, Lil Durk has a real chance of beating his case. Remember this tweet? In case you're unaware, the feds began panicking inside of the courtroom. They don't even know what they want to charge Lil Durk with anymore. Fact of the matter is his trial team has won a number of points in this case. Some of the evidence that they wanted to use has actually been withdrawn so that the judge didn't have to exclude it. When they bought this case, they said the conspiracy started in August 2022. That's when Durk arranged to get these rentals, these flights. That's when he made arrangements for the bounty. Then they switched that and they said, actually the conspiracy started back when November 2020. And here's the big one. When they charged Durk, they said in the indictment about the bounty that at the direction of defendant Durk Banks, defendant Wilson, that's DD, would pay the bounty or monetary reward to That's Gone. But this is where it gets interesting and why Lil Durk is in favor of winning the case, because they just added a fallback charge against him. In the court system, this is known as a Hail Mary, a last hope for the feds to lock up somebody when they know they are. Go into trial with a very high chance of losing. Also added a fallback charge. So when they bought the case, the original indictment, there was no stalking charge. In the second superseding indictment against Durk, they added a stalking charge. And the stalking charge is important because it doesn't require any contract. No quid pro quo, no bounty, no payment theory. You can add that charge and simply prove that, hey, he was telling people go do this. He didn't necessarily pay them to go do it, but he was telling them to go follow that guy. He was telling them to go stalk that guy. And a jury can look at it and say a lot like in the Diddy case that, hey, not exactly sure here. Very, very suspicious individual over here. I'm going to go ahead and hit him with the lesser charge. And so, when the government puts in that fallback charge later in the case, that tells you that they're not 100% sure. However, something interesting happened after the court session was done. With so much positive news coming out, no rappers in the industry showed any love towards Lil Durk. This resulted in Durk's team writing on his IG story forum, "Crazy how you gotta wait until it's dark out to see who's really with you." As DJ Academics even explained, every rapper left Lil Durk's side with him being arrested. They all went to NBA YoungBoy trying to get any sort of clout they can. I wouldn't be surprised if some of them went on tour with did songs, we called you they brother, they twin. I wouldn't be surprised if these rap, try to India, these are down low and dirty. And I think this is what I think Durk right now is thinking that, man, I thought I was just a whole bunch of real, no, you were, no, you weren't. And I feel bad for him, Durk. When King Slam got locked up, there was a whole parade, free him. Free him? Oh, nah. Everybody would post details of the case. How is this humane? How could they do this? Yo, free no. No. Well, not Smirk. No, free Slime. Durk got locked up. They might give that half a bar. Free Smirk. And they move the I'll give credit. I have heard some of these guys have sent lawyers. Good for that. But Smirk is in there, man. Realize in the world don't stop spinning because you locked up. But like the video if you're still with Lil Durk, because the prosecutors panicking resulted in them delaying Durk's trial further. This opens up a house arrest release date. And let me explain it. The news wrote Chicago rapper Lil Durk's M for Hire was moved to Tuesday, August 25th, 2026 at a court hearing today. 3 of Durk's F. co-defendants in the King Von revenge case has filed a motion to sever their cases from his trial, which is a massive win for LOL Durk, because the prosecutors won't be able to make Durk look bad in front of the jury for hanging out with known criminal gang members. And that's what he did. He's basically saying, all this evidence y'all got against Durk got nothing to do with me. Why you got me charged with Durk? And that doesn't mean he's going against Durk. That just means he wants his case severed. And I'm telling you, if it's severed, It helps Durk because one of the main connective tissue to this conspiracy is saying that Durk told to saying, I ain't get told to hire nobody and I ain't hiring nobody. You talking about why would I hire someone? That's his thing. However, some investigators believe Durk may have paid these F members to sever their trials from his because of what just happened. The News wrote today, DJ Academics reveals that one of Durk's alleged members confessed to a cellmate who was reportedly an undercover informant that Durk paid him to retaliate for his brother Dang, who passed away. He gets locked up in a cell, and they give him a cellmate. He tells his cellmate who he murdered, how he murdered him, the homie he did the murder with, and who was supposed to pay him for the thank you. Come again. Perfect. Got him. So, he confessed essentially. He's talking to a cellmate. Listen to how he's talking to his cellmate. Chat. Yeah, I had the standard folk with a 60 round and that on mic. I let 3 shots out when he first came out. Marty said, yo, wait till he get to the car. I said, yo, tweaking boy. By the time he get to the CAR, that's enough time for him to get his pipe. Yo. So now the cellmate, who's a confidential source, is saying, tell me more. Making some investigators believe the feds delayed the M for hire trial for the possibility of them adding another M charge against Lil Durk. However, it didn't seem to faze Durk's lawyer, Drew Finling, because he still submitted a request for Durk's release. The News wrote, at the end of Durk's court hearing today, the Chicago rapper's lawyer submitted paperwork for a house arrest agreement. The rapper is even offering to pay an officer's salary to ensure that he stays inside his home at all times and monitors all of his activities, meaning Lil Durk would have a live-in police officer where his only job is to monitor Durk every single day. But the prosecutors, they wouldn't let the court hearing end in Durk's favor. The judge ended the court hearing by allowing the prosecutors to use all the evidence they want against him, even allowing them to show footage of King Von passing to prove Durk's motive for wanting revenge for his best friend. Testimony and video surveillance surrounding the death of King Von and the motion to exclude this evidence was denied, meaning the judge is going to allow witnesses to testify about and allow the video of King Von to be played at the trial. And this is important because prosecutors wanted to use this evidence to argue that King Von's death is a reason or motive as to why Durk offered this bounty on Quando Rondo. And so with this ruling, the jury will get to see and hear about all of that. They are allowing it for 2 reasons. One being when King Von passed, a lot of ops were celebrating it online. They claimed that this fueled Lil Durk to go out and get revenge. But comment down below what your reaction was. When you looked at King Von getting, how did you feel considering the animosity between you guys up to that point? Like, my real like first action. Yeah. Thought I was happy. You were happy? I was happy. When you heard that, considering the back and forth that y'all have had and in your own ways, how did you feel? Kind of happy. You're happy. Can I say I was kind of happy? No. Seriously, I was though. It was F up that. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, he did. But I was happy as when I found out I was like cooked for the whole deck for all the people However, the second reason they're going to show King Von's passing is because the judge just allowed certain lyrics to be used against Durk. The lyrics, quote, they be on my page like slide for Von. I know they're trolling me. I got it back in blood. Y'all just don't know. That's how it's supposed to be. As they are connecting it to a Durk interview he did with DJ Academics, where he brings up the slide for Von comments himself. By the slide for Von comments, still I don't know if people still say it. They used to say, but you also mention a song. They be saying slide for Von. I think they trolling me. Yo, by the way, that song is fire. I ain't going to lie. For some reason, I just don't see the comments no more. For some odd reason, I don't know, might be the water. Lil Durk mentioning it during an interview will give the prosecutors leverage, as it fully proves that he is aware of the slide for Von comments. Then he backed it up with lyrics in an official song that he released himself. The next lyrics are, don't respond to things with Von. I'm like, screw it. You're tripping. They're dropping locations. I'm getting it done. F tweeting. We're sliding. The feds are coming. As they are claiming, This confirms Lil Durk's entire motive of not responding to King Von's comments and to the job was done of sliding, grabbing his firearms, and getting the job done as we all witnessed the job getting done on the local news. Right now, the search is on for 3 people who police aided a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the aftermath. This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight. While many claim lyrics cannot be used against you in the court of law, they actually can. It's just very rare for it to happen. So, when it does, it's usually a major problem. Lil Durk's lawyers would then counter in the courtroom, claiming the courtroom isn't. Treating both parties fairly as a judge is allowing the prosecutors to use all the evidence they want. Meanwhile, LOL Durk isn't even living correctly inside a jail. In case you're unaware, the news wrote, the Chicago rapper's legal team filed a request for a status hearing regarding Durk being detained in a special housing unit without due process since August 29, 2025. Lil Durk is confined to a very small jail cell, just large enough for one single bed, a toilet, and a sink for 23 hours a day. The filing continues reading. He does not have access to commissary. He is permitted to 1 phone call a month, no in-person social visits, and he was originally placed in an SHU as punishment for being in possession of an Apple Watch. Even inmates from Lil Durk's cell block would call those close to Lil Durk as they had no idea where Durk even was. Explaining whatever they're doing to him is not fair. They got Lil Durk in a hole for basically some BS. And right now we're going to show the paperwork. They saying that he was caught with him a cell phone, and basically that's not true. They trying to keep him in a hole. Do a lot of things that they shouldn't be doing or whatever. But they try to make a point because they saying that me and him is his privilege. And we got so many things going on, and it's a lot of BS. Due to this all happening to Lil Durk, academics would even further explain that once he gets out of jail, he's not going to be the same rapper that we all love. Let me tell y'all, the Durk y'all loved when he was free, if he gets back out again, he'll never be that Durk. I'm going to tell you why. He done learned a lot of lessons. This is me as human. Nothing he's told me, but the things that he did for other y'all know when he came on my podcast, right? And he said, man, yo, Gunner is a snitch. I can't Gunner, man. That I don't care. I love Thug. He said that because Thug told him, yo, what Durk is realizing, Durk is a great soldier, but nobody looked at him like a leader. Durk was going to move on behalf of the people he's loyal to when they get locked up. When he locked up, they might drop him as a bar in a song. But with Lil Durk looking great inside of the courtroom due to all the evidence his lawyers just shared a house arrest release date was very likely until once again prosecutors swept in a very corrupt way and shared something they have never shared before. They would end up revealing a photo in 2022 where LOL, Durk took a selfie with $1 million in cash on his bathroom counter. To the innocent eye, this is a generic flex photo, but in reality, it changes the case forever. Today, it would be announced. Prosecutors say LOL Durk placed a $1 million bounty on Quando Rondo in 2022. The discovery also shows that defendant banks used his trusted lieutenants to recruit hitmen to fly to Southern California on August 18th, 2022. It continues reading, consistent with defendant banks' promise to reward co-conspirators. They promise to pay a $1 million reward on behalf of defendant banks in exchange for flying to Los Angeles and committing the crime. Where they allege the photo of Lil Durk flexing the $1 million in cash on his bathroom counter was a photo used to show anyone that wanted to take the job the money was there and the money was ready. It was a confirmation photo that the money is going to be paid. This would end up going viral on social media, getting the attention of many in the rap industry. Remo, this is my last no jumper. Durk to tell me I was supposed to come back up here with that last. Now, look what happened to him. That man got kids. You talking about look what happened to him. Definitely not happy about him. I wouldn't be happy if you go to jail, Adam, because I know you got daughter. Break down. There's multiple people who are no longer there for their kids as a result of that Durk allegedly called in until they put that on black and white. Sir, stop throwing stuff on a black man who's trying to do something right for the community right now. You guys have already put out a lot of information about this. You don't have to put it out. You don't have to put out. This is a major platform. You're not the boss of me. We talk about rap on here. I think it is well within our jurisdiction to talk about the fact jurisdiction. What type of police been alleged to have ordered them? Free smirk, though. Free smirk. But also police platform. There's some police sit down for a little and decide, hey, maybe I'm not anybody else. We don't have no proof that, well, there we go, raising a very important question of how did they even find this evidence? This question would be answered only 48 hours later, where it was revealed there was a snitch inside of F, and they gave up their phone, which showed the entire F iMessage group chat, which revealed everything. You're likely unaware of the news of Lil Durk is facing allegations from federal prosecutors that he also put hits on O Block members for not retaliating for King Von. Prosecutors plan to introduce testimony from a witness who claims Durk gave the orders. In the evidence file, it reads, Defendant Durk Banks feuds with O Block member Manaduke over Banks' belief that O Block members were not properly retaliating for Bennett's passing, aka King Von, where Whack 100 would end up reacting, revealing the truth of the snitches going against Durk to life by basically saying he's guilty of hire. And then the only thing that, yes, some of these things look suspect. Why you go there? Why are these people going there? Why you send this message? But nothing that there's no message that they got that says where Durk says y'all that yet. Nothing says that. No, you're missing the point. They got a witness already cooperating on that. Ben had one. We just ain't seen what they said. It's 3 years. One of the cooperating. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. What the yeah? Yeah. I don't need too much more than that. One was cooperating. Then in the paperwork, you got the conversation. They say they had it in and out. The other 2 was figuring out how they getting paid. This put the entire court case in a very weird place. Many didn't believe Durk would put hits on his own members until it will be shared by Vonnie's father. That Durk even played a part in the passing of King Von alongside his own son. I'm going to give you this. It's a back door and I got all the pieces. That's all I'm going to tell you. As Durk asked Vonnie, is it open? Vonnie told him, it's off the hinges. Wait. Are you talking about the Von like King Von? Listen very carefully. When the payment was made to Little Tim, the next day or the same day, Durk asked Vonnie, was it open? This is what he asked him. Was it open? It was his exact words. Was it open? He told him, it's off the hinges. Are you saying that Vonnie backdoor King Von? No way. That was right. You heard what I just said. Guess what? You need motive first, right? I got bankers. That'll testify that or will make a contract or make a statement to you and let you know that this is the amount of money he had. This is what he had. This is that another. You need motive first and foremost. I got text messages from the lawyer letting you know that who told on Dirt before who told on Van before he, making many wonder why would Vonnie's own father just snitch on his own son. But the reality is it's because Vonnie is the one snitching on Lil Durk. In court today, his file was updated showing that he's no longer in the Bureau of Prisons custody, meaning that he has now been released from jail, likely on a house arrest. Vonnie got his hands on a cell phone where he texted somebody close to him who would then flip on Vonnie leaking everything. Vonnie texted him, I'm trying to plea out on a 32, which is the base for M for hire. Max is 43, which is life. I get -2 points for a plea, -1 for early, -2 points for no background. So I'll have 27 points, which is 5 to 7 years. It's better than that. I can't go to trial. I might catch an elbow. I don't want them doing to me like they did the Mother Boys. When saying he doesn't want to get got like the Mother Boys, he's referring to F Jam, who was caught wearing a wire during an Instagram live with Lil Durk. Check on your man. I ain't going to lie, man. Hey, when I was growing up market, having a dare, with the entire court case being a mess, there's a very high probability of Durk getting a house arrest agreement later in 2026. Even his father believes so as well. I just left the courtroom up for the bond hearing for my son for the at least the 3rd time. This time it was very fair. The judge is very fair. He wasn't prosecutor. He wasn't pro-defense, but he was protesting. So he listened to all the evidence, and You're going to give a ruling in the next few days about what's his position as far as the bomb. But we were very pleased at how it turned out. So, continue, family, friends, and fans, continue to keep us in your prayers. And we thank you, and inshallah, God willing, just be victorious for us that we have a good root in our favor.